Hey friends, welcome to another Thomas Wooden Railway review on my channel. You know, there are some sets you see for years but never end up getting them for one reason or another, and the Quarry Mine Tunnel Set is that one for me. It's been etched into my mind ever since I first saw it nearly 15 years ago, and today's the day I'm finally going to take a look at it. Nice, tiny, and compact, this set was only sold for a few years, but I have reason to believe it did pretty well during that short time span. This odd layout was a far more attractive starter set than some of the other options out there, and it proves you don't need Thomas or Sir Topham Hatt included to be successful. Our two engines of choice, Percy and Mavis, are good friends with the number one engine, but Percy is the main star here. I'm guessing Mavis was thrown into this set in order to get rid of extra inventory, but as we're going to see, that selection ended up being a wise one. The good news with this set is that it's simple enough not to overwhelm a small engineer that's just getting used to the Thomas Wooden Railway line. The bad news is that it does not provide enough pieces or stimulation to keep more experienced engineers engaged. But let's take this layout at face value. One of the destinations included is the Sodor cargo crane, a very realistic building that was a mainstay in the line for over half a decade. The knob on the side of the control tower raises and lowers the string, which can connect to other magnetic objects, including this piece of cargo. A small lever on the side moves the crane laterally in order to reach the adjacent track. This destination is a nice inclusion because it was probably not flashy enough for parents to want to buy on its own back in the day. The other main piece is this set's namesake item, the Quarry Mine Tunnel. Picture a regular piece of ascending track, then put a roof and some walls over it, along with a plastic door, and you have the Quarry Mine Tunnel destination. It's a simple yet convincing piece. There's always a bit of mystery when an engine disappears down the hill, only to blast out into the open just a moment later. A nice advantage of this item is that you don't need to waste a riser to support a connecting track piece. This small ledge supports whatever is connected to the tunnel. A minor disadvantage is that this item only supports one-way play, in my opinion. Sure, you can try to shove your engines up the hill, but the mine door gets in the way and it's a messy experience. Besides, it's way more fun to let your engines race down the incline than to try and bring them back up. It's not a major problem, and I think most kids don't even notice this, but it is mentionable nonetheless. The rest of the set is fairly standard. A few straight pieces, a few curves, and some risers. My favorite additions are the 3 switches included, especially this V-switch that always comes in handy when building bigger layouts. And that's really all there is to the Quarry Mine Tunnel set. I will say that the design is a bit awkward. We have an overhead crane with 2 lanes of track, and one of those lanes drops off into a ramp for some reason. This same recipe was used in the lift and load set a few years earlier, and I think it's a lazy way of saying we don't know what to do with this extra lane of track, so we're going to stop it before it even begins. However, it does provide an extra siding to keep rolling stock off the main line. At first glance, the Quarry Mine Tunnel Set appears to be a combination of random pieces thrown together to make a makeshift layout. But upon closer inspection, the theming is perfect. This is obviously the Farquhar Quarry on Thomas's branch line, and Percy and Mavis are working here for the day. We have an overhead crane to help move rocks around, and a mine tunnel provides some excitement. The only major things missing are some better pieces of rolling stock. This plain cargo car won't do. If Learning Curve had thrown in the Sodor China clay cars or a couple of troublesome trucks, this set would have been a real winner. But without those additions, we're missing the special spark that would have taken this set from okay to great. The set's current status isn't quite there, but this layout is the perfect opportunity to break up all of the pieces and use them in a larger creation. Anyway, that's a quick look at the Quarry Mine Tunnel Set. Not the laziest layout ever created, but not the greatest either. Thanks for taking the time to view this video, and be sure to leave your questions and comments in the discussion area below.